Jesus said to his disciples, "Hear the parable of the sower. The seed sown on the path, it's the one who hears the word of the kingdom without understanding it. And the evil one comes and steals away what was sown in his heart. The seed sown on a rocky ground, it's the one who hears the word and receives it at once with joy. But he has no root and lasts only for a time. When some tribulation or persecution comes because of the word, he immediately falls away. The seed sown among thorns, it's the one who hears the word, but then worldly anxiety and the lures of rich choke the word, and it bears no fruit. But the seed sown on rich soil is the one who hears the word and understands it, who indeed bears fruit and yields 100 or 60 or 30-fold. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning. Finally, we arrive to the reading that gives to the people of God and also to Moses. You remember all the week that we have shared the life of Moses. Finally, it gives the call of Moses, why God called him. So he went to Egypt. He was able to take the people chosen by God to make a new family of God, Israel. And now he is able to give the purpose of knowing how to follow God. So we need to remember, first of all, who was Moses taken from? He was taking people without formation. They were slaves for 430 years in Egypt. So imagine how many things they were having in their minds, seeing the adoration to idols and a lot of stuff in those lands. The only thing that they had was the memory of the elders telling, "I am who I am." That was the only word that they knew. So now God in the desert, he needs to train them again in knowing the true God. And the help that Moses receives with the two tables of the commandments provides the formation that the entire humankind needs. And it is let's call it a total adventure, because this happened at how many years ago? We don't even know. More than 3,000 years ago, or 400 or 4,000, who knows? But what the Lord is giving in that first reading, it's still a condition for all of us. So, for example, when you go to catechism and you go to your church to be prepared to receive the first communion, what is part of the formation that you received? To memorize the 10th commandments that we just heard in this first reading. And why to memorize it? Because you're not able to understand if you don't have those contents in your mind. You need to know them by memory, but that is not enough. It is not enough that you know a lot of stuff. Let's compare to a crazy example. You know that you have the ticket that won the lottery. That's enough? What do you need to do? Go claim it. If you stop with the ticket, "Oh, I won," and you run around the neighborhood, I won. 2 months later, I won, and you never claim it. So they're going to call the people from the hospital to take you, or something like that. You see, so we need to know, but also to claim it. So Moses is first of all given like the ticket to win that lottery, if we can use that comparison. It is a lottery to know what God desires. Okay. Now, moving forward, it is for us in our spirit to claim that. How do we claim it? It's going to take the entire life. The experience of the commandments, it is not for a specific day. Today, and that's good. Oh, I was so holy today, so I made it for all my life already. No, it is daily. When the Lord tells, for example, in those commandments, do not lie. Okay, do not lie. When? Today and tomorrow and the next day and until God calls you. It is not don't lie in here. And also, I will say in confession, the Lord says don't lie. He doesn't say don't tell little lies, right? Because people, they come to confession, oh, Father, it was a little lie. Lying, it's lying. Why do you put the little? Do you think that it's a nice lie? A beautiful one? A little lie? No, see, it's breaking a friendship with God also. So we need to pay attention to these kind of commandments. Now, why God is giving that instruction? That instruction, it is taking care of us. And daily life can also help us. I'll give you an example that I remember from my childhood. My mom was telling to me, do not touch the oven. Why? Because it's hot, right? But in my mind, the do not touch the oven, it is like, you cannot do that. You cannot have fun. That was my mind. So I remember with my little finger, I can touch anything. I cannot touch anything. You see? Why mom was telling me do not touch that? Because she doesn't like me? Because she doesn't care for me? No, because she cares for me. So I learned the lesson in the hard way, but now I can share this with you. Let's move that little example to the commandments. What is God doing in those commandments? Is he actually taking out from you the fun? Is he taking what you desire, your flesh desires, and so you're going to be sour all your life? No, he's taking away the things that you don't need, that they don't make you happy. Let's review. Stealing. Do not steal. Okay, you're in school. Let's use a little example. And there's a pen that you really like. But it's not yours, right? But little fingers, right? Right? Okay, you steal it. How do you feel now? Okay, I got the thing that I like. How are you going to use it? Can you take it out in the school? Like, oh, I'm going to write. And the other student that is searching for the pen, like, checking what's the pens that the others are using. So what are you going to do? Use it. Where? Hiding. And how do you feel by hiding? You enjoy something, but you're not able to share it. You're not able to show what you're doing. Is that like true freedom? No. And what do you need to do in order to feel again good? I need to put it back in the same place. And I need to go to my confession as a Catholic. Oh, but it was a little steal. You're not paying attention to Father Ivan. No little. Steal, it's stealing. Even if you steal a fly or a building. Same. It's stealing, you see? So why God is providing for us all of that? Because the commandments, they produce freedom. The Lord has the capacity to set us free. Like the Mass says, my peace I give you. My peace I leave to you. How is he giving that? By the experience of the commandments. How do you feel when you're able to do what it's in there? So you're able to fix something with a lie, okay, but you don't say it. How do you feel? No, good. You feel okay because, okay, I will suffer the consequences, but I didn't set the lie. I'm free, and I can watch anybody to the eyes without the shame of knowing I'm not doing the right stuff. You see? Finally, I will pass to the gospel, and the gospel, it was yesterday's, but today it's the explanation from Jesus. And you can make a real good connection with the first reading and the gospel. The Lord is telling of seed that it's falling into good ground or ground that is not so good. You remember? So the commandments, they are the seed. The Lord is giving that seed. Where is that fallen? Where is that fallen? Let me finish with this, because I like to test people, but I'm not going to test it here. What if I close all the doors of this church, and then I go to only one, and I will stand there, and the only way that you get out of here It is if you tell me the 10 commandments in order. Are you able, my friend, to leave the church? Okay, some are like, yes, I can do it. But it is a test that I'm putting just in your heart. So you can practice it. And if you are not able to make it, I'm getting a point to you. Go, remember, and memorize that because it's marking your spiritual life.